All right, so we bought an investment house, and at the time that we bought it, there were tenants here. There was college girls living here, and now they have moved out, and it needs a major overhaul. And so now we are trying to get all the subcontractors. This is our first investment house where we're actually having to flip it. And so we're just going to document our journey of going through the process and learning how to flip a house, learning how to be a property manager. There's a big learning curve, but we're up for it and we're doing it all as a family. And so I'm going to do a walkthrough of the house. There's a lot of work that has to be done here, but I wanted to go ahead and get some video of all of the different rooms. And that way we can have some before and after, because we got contractors starting tomorrow. So this is the last chance to get everything documented, and we're hitting the ground running. All right, so this is the property that we have that we're flipping. This is the outside of it. We do already have a landscaper coming that's going to be able to take care of getting everything trimmed up, taking out dead trees, taking out limbs that need to be taken care of. There's a lot of landscaping work that's got to be done, and so they start tomorrow. And then we're going to go inside. This house has some character that I definitely want to keep. I'm pretty excited about that. I really love this mail slot on the front door, so that is going to stay. And so right when you walk in, we have the living room. And these are actually original hardwood floors, and so we're gonna keep those and do a little rehab magic on those. We're definitely gonna change out the light fixture. We've got to clean up and do some duct work for the intakes. And then when we swivel around, trying to not make everyone dizzy on the other end, this is the kitchen. And so there is a small dining room in here. And then eventually I would love to upgrade the kitchen, but for right now, it's going to get some minor upgrades. The one thing that I do like, it's hard to figure out where all the switches are in here at the moment. Right now I can't find the light switch for the kitchen, but I do like this sink. So that's a pretty big workspace. There were some of the appliances that were upgraded. And the whole house has, on a lot of the windows, you've got these shutters, and I definitely want to keep that. That's some character, but that's got to go. So, and then this door, this was an addition that was added on to the house, and it does need some work, obviously. But when all of these windows are open, my kids shut them because they were running around playing in here, but there's a lot of really beautiful views in the backyard, and so when those are all open, it brings in a whole lot of light. So we're gonna do a little bit of touch-ups in here. We're still brainstorming kind of what part of the project that we're gonna take on. We debated painting the walls, replacing the floors. We're definitely pulling the blinds down that are hideous brown and putting some curtains up. And eventually I'll probably sand this whole down and repaint it a really cool accent color because I like that built in. Then we have a bedroom. Again, we have the original hardwood floors, and we have the fun shutters on the inside. And there's 2 closets in this room, and all of the bedrooms are actually a pretty big size compared to what you would see in like newer homes. And there's 2 really decent size closets. I've been really impressed with all the closet space. So there's another one there. And then we lead into the Pepto-Bismol bathroom. I hate the pink color. But, so we're gonna try to find someone who can do some tile refinishing so that we can get this a different color than pink. We're gonna have to pull out this whole unit right here, redo the tub, and for the missing spout. And a lot of work to do to clean it up and get it ready to go again. And the crazy part of this whole remodel is that we're wanting this done in 3 weeks to get ready for game day rentals for Aggie football games. So we have given ourselves a very big task. We think this might have been a preschool before because we have the store And there's like monkey bars in the back and stuff. So I think someone at some point ran a daycare out of here. But we also have this other bedroom. And right now, the washer and the dryer unit are in this closet. So we may have to consider finding another spot for those, but for right now, it's gonna have to work. And then there's a second closet right here. And then on we are to the rest of the house. All right, so this is again that living room with the original floors. Kitchen's through that way. Got the water heater right here that's tied to both units. And this house is actually split. So this door right here will separate the two units. The one on this side of the door where I'm at is a 3-1, and the one on the other side is a 1-1. So we're gonna get a door where we can lock it and on both sides so that it's secure, and rent them out independently, or if someone wants to rent them together just to have more beds and more space, then we will do that. This one also has the original floors, and we're going to be replacing the ceiling fans. Everything's getting new paint. There's a couple windows we're going to have to replace because they're cracked and broken. So that's mainly what's going to happen in this area. And then we have these fun hallway cabinets that my kids are really loving. They like all of the little hidey holes everywhere in the house. And all right, and then right here we've got a pretty good closet. Very decent size. Got the wood floors inside there. And then this is entering into the 1-1. There are some upgrades that have been done a little bit more on this side. So they have already painted the walls, or they're gonna need a touch up. In this room, got some pretty big windows here. And then over here, you can actually see, I'm gonna open this up. You can actually see right here in this closet where the side of the house used to be. So it's still the siding right there. And they added this addition on. Well, they didn't add it on, this was the garage. And they converted the garage to another unit that's got its own air conditioning system and everything. So I really like this room. They did some upgrades to the lighting already. I really want to do a light color on the wall, and I would really love to accent the ceiling like an olive green. I think it's gonna look really pretty and have some character. So, and then there's this like hide kitchenette that's just tucked away. And it's got a little bit of a burner. It's got cabinets, some storage, and a simple sink. So definitely compact living. And then through here, this bathroom, and then this is the bedroom for the 1-1 unit on this side. The bathroom is the biggest project that we have. So you can see where we had someone come in and look at this and quote us, but the mud pan in the bottom has a leak and has been leaking for a while. It has caused damage to some floors in the next room that I'll show you. So this is the biggest and most expensive part of the project, is going to be pulling out all this tile at the bottom, and then we're going to have to put a new pan in, a mud pan, and then we're also having him connect a washer and dryer unit for the other side of this wall. And that is going to take the most time, but I think it's going to be worth it. So this is where that leak from the mud pan has been coming through and damaging the floor till about right here. So all of this is going to come up, and we're going to tile this part, and we're going to have him do a washer and dryer hookup either on this wall or this wall, so that this is a fully functioning 1-1 unit for short-term, mid-term, or even the long-term rental. And they definitely need a washer and dryer hookup. So while we're tearing out the floor and the walls, we might as well put in the unit now. They are going to have to redo some plumbing, but this gives you a view into the jungle of the backyard. So we have this little interesting walkway back here, and then we go to the outside. You like this color? Look at that. They just painted right over the door. No sanding or no nothing, but every door has random colors. This is like an orangey peach, and the other side is turquoise. So, very interesting. All right. I do like that the outside is split. There is a dividing fence, and a landscaper is going to take all of this overgrown vines out. You can see we had a storm come through about 7 or 8 months ago, and you can see where some trees have split, and one of those has fallen on the shed. We have some electrical lines and power lines and cable lines that are overhanging down into the yard, and we're gonna have to take care of all of those. We've already gotten in touch with the city. And then you have this branch that just came down and also crushed the shed. So this is going. There's a ton of wasp nests in there. It's been there for a while, and it just needs to go. So, and then this is the back end of that garage unit that I was inside just a second ago. And then this is the side of the house out to the street. And then the other side is where you have all of these interesting playground features. It makes me think this used to be a daycare. Yeah, you can see we're stepping over line that's running through the yard. So we have a lot of inspectors coming out trying to figure out what all of this is, and looking under the house and figuring out what's going on with the plumbing. But I guess this was some kind of playground bar, and then you've got monkey bars over here. And then we have a basketball court in the middle of the yard. But we do have some really mature and beautiful trees on the property, which is pretty exciting. So we're gonna keep those, and we'll just have the ones that are dead or dying removed. And then this goes out to the front. So this area right here is actually that room that was like all wood that I showed you initially. And it's like a second family room, but I would love to turn it into a second living area, but also it would be cool to serve as a game room for a short-term rental as well. So there you go. That is the house.